being there and being there till the end of it is one thing. Throwing it away before it is even over is something else.
Both the teams who are actually in it for the race till the end, which is Arsenal and City, they are extremely similar.
So Reece James just put PS new era is loading on Twitter, and his era just lasted 5 whole games.
I mean, let's all laugh at United, please.
They went after Mikhailo Mudryk, inflated his price. We had to buy him for a huge sum, and they went and got Leandro Trossard, who's a quality proven Premier League player.
Yes, actually, like you would say, Arsenal and Man City are German Shepherds, and Chelsea and all the other London teams are like Chihuahuas or Dachshunds.
Hello and welcome
no, man,
to the title race or title day episode of Sports Entertainment Weekly Football. It was indeed one of those scintillating title races that went down to the wire, as Ravi Shastri would say, to discuss, dissect, cry about it, possibly not celebrate, because I don't think anybody here cares about City. So we have Charlie from Liverpool, VS from Chelsea, and our in-house manufacturing expert, the bottle manufacturer, Kashyap. Thank you, gents, for joining. All of you, especially Kashyap, because it takes a lot of nerve and steel to do what you're doing today. And if you had actually shown that, if your team had actually shown that against Aston Villa, maybe you could have been in a better mood for this episode. Unfortunately, your team didn't have the composure that you seem to have today. With that said, credit where due, 4 titles in a row. This legacy of Manchester City can only be compared to another all-time great athlete with an asterisk, Lance Armstrong's 7 titles, Tour de France, and this City win. If you want to take a cricketing example, this is up there with the South Africa robbery or the England 2019 robbery. So a lot of parallels from different sports for people who are checking this episode out, but do not understand the gravitas of City's magnificent bar asterisk filled win. That said, let's open the floor to Kashyap.
Yeah, bro. It's been quite a great season actually for us, but yeah, see, we came up short in the end, and at the end of the day, that Aston Villa game loss at home, right? That is what hurt us. Like we should have won that game. We conceded 0-0 in the first half and then 2 goals in the second half. Emery tactically outplayed us, and I hate Emery for that. But yeah, hey, and I wouldn't call this one as a bottle. See, we have not bottled it. We took it to the last day. Last season, yeah, we can say that. You can say that we bottled it, but this season definitely we didn't bottle it. We took it to the last day. It was not in our hand. We won the game which was in our hand.
It's for you the glass is half full for you. The way Kriska sees it, it's half empty. So let's agree to disagree on the bottle joke here, I would say.
No. See, being there and being there till the end of it is one thing. Throwing it away before it is even over is something else. Okay. Last season, the Premier League was over by game week 36 or 37. It was decided. Okay. In this season, it is, we took it down to the last day, down to the last minute. Yeah, we won our game, which was in our hand, but, can't expect West Ham to do much of a favor, is it? But yeah, I mean, it has been a great season for us overall. We have played Champions League after 7 years, and we have gone till the quarterfinals. Yeah, bro, I see only progress. I see only optimism the way forward. And yeah, next season, we'll hopefully challenge again. And, we'll be good enough to win it next year, the league. And Champions League, hopefully we can make it to the semis or
I can think of at least 100 to 115 reasons why that is not the case, but I digress.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we cannot say much about Manchester City and their 115 charges, bro, because see, even then, if you bring up those charges, right, those are up till 2019 only. Doesn't hold any relevance in the past 5 years, so can't say much about that. But again, competing against that City juggernaut, against Pep, like they've got so much quality even in their bench as well as in their starting lineup. Like, see, they have got 17, 18 world-class players, and that is why they're able to challenge every year for the title, and they're able to win it. Okay, at Arsenal we have maximum say 12, 13 world-class players, if you can say so. Okay, but yeah, like, see, it's very difficult competing against this City side, and they've got so much money to spend, bro. Like, for example, you look at our wage bill. Okay, our wage bill does not exceed 100 million or something per financial year, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember. See, our highest wage earner is Kai Havertz, who's getting 280k per week. Okay.
Kashyap, wage bills aren't really a factor in title races and the arguments and counter arguments in football debates, right? As I said before, like Bayer Leverkusen have 10% the wage bill as PSG, who have won the title in France. So isn't really a factor in the Premier League title.
Yeah, I'll tell you. No, it matters a lot, bro. I disagree here. See, wage bill
Okay.
matters a lot because quality players will demand more wages. Okay.
So taking on from Kashyap here, so my tagline here today has changed. So YNWAA, you will never walk alone again in your entire life. So yeah, so that's literally what Klopp wore on his back today in the hoodie that after the match that Klopp wore. You will
Respect.
never walk alone again. Okay, so yep.
No, you.
Uh, what?
Very, very sorry, Charlie.
Uh,
BS comes from a club whose captain is known for more. You will never walk again. So, so let's cut him some slack. He doesn't
no, no,
really
no,
know what this
no,
means.
no. Reece James just put PS new era is loading on Twitter, and his era just lasted 5 games in the 5 whole games in the
I
Premier
mean,
League. Yeah.
see,
So okay,
let's
okay.
forget
Let's
Reece James. See,
yeah.
Charlie,
Okay.
your
Okay.
ideally
Let's
your
get.
tagline for today should be YNWATA. You will never win a trophy again. Klopp has left. So
Oh,
face the
okay,
reality. You miss the
okay,
T in between the two A's. Okay.
okay. Okay, let's cut the banter and then let's let me finish my part. I'm supposed to be emotional. Yes, like
No,
speaking
we
about club, you're making me
we
laugh here.
had
So
to
okay,
chime in with the
yeah.
banter because you couldn't cut the lead to the top of the table on time. Otherwise, this could have
Okay.
been a very different discussion.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
But
Liverpool are the bottlers this season. They
yeah,
were on
yeah,
top.
exactly.
Okay, they lost to
yeah. I know.
Crystal Palace at home, and
We don't
seeing
talk
them, we
enough
also
about
lost at home.
Oh,
Was
Yeah,
please, like somebody should teach you to Barton. Seeing them very lost, it seems.
yeah. I absorb all the banters and I accepted that Crystal Palace game at home was the topping on the cake. That's the dagger, the final nail in the coffin for title race. So yeah, summing up the season, it was to be honest a very disappointing season for us. Keeping in mind that we were at one point of the season we were literally aiming for the quad, and when Klopp announced that he was leaving the club, it was almost sure that we should aim for the quad at one point, that we should end with the quad one day. But as time progressed and as fate could have it, and as Liverpool have bottled it in many occasions in the past, we bottled it in the most fashionable way possible, drawing in the most hilarious ways possible to many mid-table teams and losing to Crystal Palace at home, while Salah was having his ghosting sessions like he had in his past previous seasons. So, yep. So the Carabao Cup was a consolation prize that we won this season, where we literally should have gone for the Premier League and the Europa League, where in Atlanta, who were the best team on that day, put three daggers into our team, which made the tie rest in its grave. So that was a season from me, and yeah, Jurgen Norbert Klopp just left Liverpool Football Club for the final day, 3,146 days in charge of Liverpool Football Club. Almost more days than any manager in the modern era of Liverpool Football Club. I think not more than Shankly and Bob Paisley, but definitely, yeah, I'm not sure of the statistics, but yeah, what a human being, what a manager. Any football club in the world or any football
Would
fan
have
support,
loved to have him. I
yeah, any
sincerely hope that Barcelona still has a shot at Klopp. Maybe we get in somebody transitional for this season and go all out for Klopp. I was somebody who really championed for him to come to Camp Nou back when we
exactly,
ended up signing Coman. I guess that's the season he went to Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken. I
yeah,
really hope it's not too late now. I know we have spoken a lot about a lot of relevant things and themes about the title race, Arsenal and Liverpool potentially bottling. Now let's move on to the less relevant teams and the club fans and how they feel about it.
No,
We
no, no,
as
no, no. Not yet, man. Not yet. I really have to say my word on the title race because Charlie and Kashyap, they already mentioned how Guardiola has that superiority in terms of squad depth and finances that enables them to win the title. One thing that occurs to me throughout this title race is that both the teams who were actually in it for the race till the end, which is Arsenal and City, they are extremely similar. I mean, you might actually lose it because their jerseys are widely different in color, the fan bases are entirely different, the nature and the aura of the clubs are different, but structurally and on the pitch, these teams are extremely similar. So, two teams who were of a similar nature were going into the title race, and one happened to be marginally better than the other in very few minor aspects, and that made the difference. Let's look at the similarities first. Let's start with the coaches, obviously. So, both of them have that Barcelona heritage in them, both Pep
yeah,
Guardiola and Arteta. And Arteta trained under Pep Guardiola before he became a manager in Arsenal. So already the tactical foundation is one and the same. Now, secondly, look at the defense. So both these teams, Pep Guardiola's City and Arteta's Arsenal, they have started using the tall centre backs as wide fullbacks. So their fullbacks are not proper fullbacks, but I mean, they get into fullback positions, but both their set of fullback, for example, Ben White and Tomiyasu, they are there 6 foot plus. For City, it's also the same. Walker is an exception, but you look at Guardiola, you look at Akanji. So that is same. They both have that pivots who run the game extremely well. Rice for Arsenal and Rodri for City. They also have that one box-to-box player next to them, and they have very fluid attacking front three, and they have that. So what De Bruyne does for City, the same thing Odegaard does in a different way in his own style for Arsenal. So these two teams, the two top contenders, they are extremely similar, and that's why they are at the top. Now the difference why Man City actually beat Arsenal to the title is exactly what Kashyap previously said. It's the finances, it's the wage bill that they can afford, and it is also the squad depth because of that they can afford by having 115 charges against them and the wage bill. Look at the depth in City squad. So they have Guardiola and Ake for in the left back, where Arsenal just have to do with the right-footed Tomiyasu. So for in Ben White's position, they have again 2-3 players. Ruben Dias comes in when he wants, and even when he's out, it does not really affect City's natural game. Julian Alvarez is their backup striker, and Kashyap, I mean, no disrespect when I say it, but it is Gabriel Jesus for you. So these two teams, they're extremely similar, and it is that minor, I would say, financial muscle that City has that wins them the title above Arsenal. So next season, I would dare say, if Arsenal has the referees on their side and the UK court and the FA accountants, they might as well win the title because it's just another City. They are just not there yet. It's a very similar team.
Yeah, that's a brilliant way to look at it. I don't know if you're giving too much credit for Arsenal, but the table does reflect what you said, right? So Arsenal's fate could have totally been in their hands if it not for Aston Villa, which is ironic because Villa had to do the same thing against City a couple of years ago.
No, actually, it does make sense because in the whole season, you can see that Arsenal dismantles some teams like 3-0, 4-0 final very easily, similar to City's fashion. Like you would see Arsenal. You would see Arsenal square against Wolves or Crystal Palace or Burnley, and you can definitely know this game is going to end 4-0. It has no other chances of ending any other way.
Until yesterday, they had the better goal difference. I mean, they scored
exactly.
They scored in truckloads, Arsenal, and towards like December, January, their goal difference was huge. So this Arsenal team, their attack is very well set up. Their midfield is functional. They follow the same tactical foundation that City is based on, that dynamic defensive 5 and attacking 5 formation, wherein the midfielders form that box, and they have so Guardiola's teams always had a weakness in the sense their set piece ability was very weak in terms of scoring set pieces and defending set pieces. So what Arsenal did in order to do one up on City was that they went with tall fullbacks and at the same time hired in a set piece coach. And Arsenal has one of the best set piece records in the league this season. So Arsenal has to rely on such minor specific details to one up on City. Whereas City, they can just flex their financial muscles and at the same time their appeal. So it's not just money that's getting them players. It's also having Pep Guardiola as a manager. It's a guarantee of winning the league title once every year. It's a guarantee of progressing so much in UCL. The final piece in City's attraction or lure in the transfer market is going to be that one Ballon d'Or that a City player will at some point win. It's probably going to be between Foden or Haaland, but it's not a question of when, it's a question of if. So that City project is very attractive. And what I'm trying to say here is that the Arsenal project also has the same level of magnetism, just not the financial ability. They are rich. They have spent 700 million, by the way, in the last 3 to 4 years without winning any major trophies. But that is still not enough. That huge a number is still not able to match up to what City has. These two teams are twins, man. They're twins, but then there is this occurrence. For example, when dogs give birth to litter, even when the puppies are twins, the first puppy that comes out, it will be better in terms of bone density, nutritional ability, and everything than the second puppy. Because while in the womb, they were able to absorb more nutrients. So City is that stud of the litter, and Arsenal is not exactly the run, but the second puppy that missed out. They are that close. But once you feed these puppies proper nutrition and everything, it all depends on how they are raised and the environment that they are raised. So even though Arsenal are slightly that one step behind now, give them the proper nutrition, take them out for long forts, discipline train them, obedience train them, take them out into the park, and you will see the Arsenal dog and the City dog go toe to toe in the next dogfight towards the title race. I hate to say about Arsenal, but they have done an excellent job of building this team, and that's the difference between Arsenal and City. It's that minor.
Yeah, truly well said, bro.
What a comparison, man. What a comparison, seriously. Kiska still fumbling at it. Kiska, yes.
Yeah, I forgot what we were here to talk about after that. Rather entertaining monologue, honestly. But what I sense is, I'm really looking forward to other people watching this and giving their views on this, maybe in the comments or in DMs, that a Chelsea guy with no skin in the game just walked in and compared this beautiful Arsenal way of football versus the, you know, what is this, oil way of City, and actually sounded very reasonable.
Yeah. So
No, it's there
yes,
for everybody to
actually,
see, man.
yes, actually, like you would say, Arsenal and Man City are German shepherds, and Chelsea and all the other London teams are like Chihuahuas or Dachshunds.
Ah, no, man, we are the wolves, man. We are the wolf pups. Just wait for us to develop. We are going to mold them, and when we mold them, we're going to mold them in packs. And when we are done with it, there's going to be nothing but skeletons. So
Somebody's
don't
been
rest on.
watching.
Oh, dude, that
Somebody's
was,
been watching too many
yeah,
Twilight movies, I see.
exactly. No, that was a Vito Corleone level threat. Yeah, like that was
I don't
don't
know who that
don't
the
is.
don't
gods.
don't rest on Chelsea, man. Because look at Chelsea's season. Look at how it has transpired. First of all, if you remember, Chelsea's average age throughout the PL this season for the playing 11 was somewhere around 23.2. Okay, 23.2. That's not even a player's prime age. And you have to also remember that this 23.2 as average age is including a 38, 53-year-old Thiago Silva in the team. By the way, amazing player. Much
Yeah,
love, much respect. He has left. We are going to miss him. We're going to miss him. Now, you look at Chelsea's transition. First of all, I will agree with any of you that the transfer business was haphazard. It was highly uncoordinated, and you do not see transition is one thing. Transition means phased changes. You do not revolutionize everything overnight. So our transition was bad, but give them some time. The quality players are there, and some of them are, we were counting on Mikhailo Mudryk, not we, I say, not personally, but Chelsea fans were counting on Mikhailo Mudryk because he was wanted by, see, Arsenal pulled one over us on that front. They went after Mikhailo Mudryk, inflated his price. We had to buy him for a huge sum, and they went and got Leandro Trossard, who's a quality proven Premier League player. They beat us there. But on the other hand, we have also lucked out, not necessarily lucked out, but we've done some brilliant business in the transfer market in terms of, let's say, a Cole Palmer. What a brilliant signing he's been. Malo Gusto, extremely under the radar, but he's going to be one of the best right backs in the world in the next 3-4 years. And you also have to remember that we have this highly unavailable, but when available, extremely good right back in the form of Reece James in our team. Caicedo, I agree, Liverpool inflated his prices again, but he's a brilliant quality player, and throughout the season, he has steadily improved. Steadily, but slowly, he has improved. And he just wound off the last day of the season by scoring a goal from the fucking halfway line. That is exactly not his game. He's not here to score goals, but he has been doing his job really well. So this team is in transition, and my goal when this season started was to finish in top 6. By the way, you can ask Kriska. This is not me claiming it after we have finished in the 6th position. I thought that was a realistic expectation, and I was very pissed that Pochettino wasn't delivering it midway through the season. But we have finished, and for a transitional season like with the squad that we have, 6th is a fairly good finish. Now, I'm not going to say that next year we are going to be challenging both City and Arsenal for the title. No. But next season, I'm definitely counting on my team to finish in the Champions League spot. And in those 2 years' time, these bunch of random nobody players who just got together 6 months ago, they're going to have chemistry, they're going to be a team, and they have the talent. And that's when we are going to be challenging for titles. So right now, like I told you, Wolf Pups, just give them time and we're going to be there. Very sure about it. So very happy with the finish that we had. The second half of the season was brilliant. The 4-2-3-1 with Pochettino's familiar good old formation that's finally setting in and making sense to the players. Things are looking good for us. And although Arsenal are far ahead than us at this point, the catching up is going to be fast.
So yeah, VS, like just as you like went into full monologue sessions just a couple of minutes ago, who are your top four? What are your top four predictions for the next season's title race?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be again down the wire between Arsenal and City. And this time around,
Okay.
I'm going to do Arsenal the honor of not guaranteeing them a second place finish because I did that last time. I told them that Arsenal are going to do well, but they're not going to win it. Now
Okay.
the summer market is soon supposed to open, and I'm pretty sure Arteta and his boys have done enough for the management to back him with some real money. So based on that, and based on the fact that the Arsenal players are also developing well, the first and second spot it certainly has to be between Arsenal and Man City. Now, the third and fourth spot, you have a lot of clubs. See, this time Aston Villa has finished in a Champions League spot.
Yeah.
Extremely good team. They have proper talents and they play under a very good coach. I mean, even that defense, Diego Carlos, then Edson Alvarez, the Douglas Lewis,
Yes.
Kamara. It's a very good team.
Leon
There is
Bailey.
Newcastle in the mix. Manchester
Exactly.
United are in and around there, but I do not really. I haven't seen enough from them to give them a top four spot. There is a chance that they might start delivering once their entire team gets fit, but that's not something I'm banging on. So first and second, it's going to be between Arsenal and City. I'm not going to give out places. Third and fourth, in my opinion, is going to be between our two teams, Charlie. I think that's how the next season is going to turn out. I'm very confident
Yeah.
in my team getting to a Champions League spot. It's not going to be easy, but I think we have what it takes. So third or fourth, it's going to be Liverpool and Chelsea. And behind them, I see West Ham making a strong run into the Europa League next year. So it's going to be Newcastle, Manchester United, West Ham United, and Aston Villa.
Get you. So
As
echo
for
your thoughts.
Tottenham,
Some,
as for
Yeah.
Tottenham,
yeah.
I'm also going to put them in there. I'm going to put them in there in that Europa League race. But see, Tottenham do not have the level of raw talents that we have in Chelsea and Liverpool right now. So they have a wonderful coach. They have some good players, really good fullbacks, I would say. Pedro Porro and
Yeah.
Udogi, they're really good. I think Bissouma is also a very fine midfielder. But they do
Yeah.
not have the squad depth and the quality of players
But
to actually challenge with the full-on firing Chelsea.
yeah, they're not there yet, literally. Yeah.
They're not yet. No. The
Yeah, they're
squad
not there.
building, they have to do the squad building more. I mean,
Exactly.
they have to buy more players. They still rely a lot on Son. They haven't replaced Harry Kane at all. A very tough task. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
easy replacing a Harry Kane, but even as a unit, they haven't replaced Harry Kane. Forget replacing Harry Kane man to man. That man's one of a kind. But even as a unit, I don't think Richarlison and Kulusevski are exactly an awe-inspiring attack. Bissouma is a fine midfielder. Pape Matar, he'll probably improve in a while. But in terms of the sheer quality of the depth, see, I think Postecoglou might be a better coach than many of what these other clubs have. But the squad quality and the squad depth that makes me put Tottenham one or two rungs below Chelsea and Liverpool.
Get you. I echo your thoughts. Yes, just that I have one polarizing opinion, but it may be expectancy bias also, right? So I hope Arne Slot comes in with a banger at Liverpool in his first season itself. I hope the next season title race uh, again goes off to be a City Pool title decider. Just that I predict it will be a close season, and I expect many of our players to be banging and straighten, competing with City next season for the title. So my top four will be Man City and Liverpool between the first and second spots. And I have a little idiosyncrasy too, because the last time we beat Liverpool, Wolves 2-0 at Anfield. The next season we went on to win the title. So that is what I'm predicting for the next season too. So it will be City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea. That's what I'm predicting next season too. And like Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa or Newcastle United to grab the Europa League spots. And I'm not even counting Manchester United for any European places. So that's me being a
Wow.
Liverpool fan. That's me being a Liverpool fan. I don't want them to be anywhere near Europe. Yeah, just that they bottled the UCL chance by going fourth place in their group stage in the UCL this season. So they're not fit and deserving to have UCL spot. So yeah,
Charlie, I just want to tell you why I don't count Liverpool among the title race between Pool
yeah,
and sorry, not between Arsenal and City next season. First of
get
all,
you.
the transition. It's definitely going to
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
person like Klopp leaving the club. That's definitely going to affect them. Arne
Get you.
Slot has his credential. He has the experience in his CV. But it's going to take some time getting used to the squad. Now,
Get you.
secondly, the squad depth really matters, because in the grueling long season where you're also going to be playing Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao
Get
Cup,
you.
the squad depth that City and Arsenal currently possess are kind of superior to Liverpool. Now, I get the fact that Endo has been one of the best pieces of transfer that Liverpool has done this summer, but I have to say that Endo has a ceiling. This is as good as Endo gets. He's not going to get better than what we have already seen him.
Yeah.
McAllister has been on a roll, and McAllister will also get better. Soboslai has been an underwhelming transfer, if I may add. I mean, I wouldn't call him a flop, but I'm pretty sure Pool fans expected better. So that's your
Yes.
midfield. And the kids, I mean, Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, they are fine and they're going to go on and improve. But you see, the depth and the quality is probably not at the Arsenal City level. Now, the same thing
Yes.
coming into attack. Darwin Núñez is an extremely polarizing striker in the sense, I think it was one of our mutual friends who made that argument that he keeps trying the same thing over and over and over again. Either he is a genius or he's an idiot. But he
Yeah.
has that attitude. He tries the same thing over and over and over again, and it sometimes works. And when it works, it comes off well. But in title deciders, in matches that go down the wire, in
Yeah.
big games, he's not going to have that chance to try again and again and again. That clinical edge is still missing, and so far he doesn't seem to me as a natural striker. Although he's a wonderful athlete and he has the work ethic and he has a lot of attribute, but the killer instinct, the Haaland level of killer instinct is definitely missing. And as for your king Salah goes, he certainly had a major dip towards the uh, post December to mid March part of the season, and he's also getting old. So I think it's fair of me to say that we have already seen the best of Salah. So I would say Liverpool are going to slightly decrease from the height that they are used to in the past 3-4 years, but they are going to be strong enough that they finish in Champions League. So that's why I give them a third or fourth place, and I stick to my opinion that it's going to be again a two-way race between both the twins.
Okay. So like just a single opinion on Salah. Like he's gonna be here at this is my humble opinion. He's gonna be here at Liverpool for 1 or 2 seasons, and he's gonna fuck off to Al Ittihad or Al Ittifaq or Al Nassr. So that's my honest opinion. Yeah, that's it.
Bro, before I talk about Arsenal, I wanted to talk about Darwin Nunez. There is a lot of talk that Darwin Nunez is trying to leave Liverpool. He has deleted all his Instagram posts concerning Liverpool and all those things. So, Charlie, bro, can you please throw some light on that?
No, I am like I don't want to dwell on those controversies and him regarding him deleting those Instagram posts and stuff. Let's let time take its toll on him, and let's see what he has to offer, or whether there is a bombshell that Liverpool are going to drop on Darwin Nunez. But I don't have anything to offer on Darwin Nunez. He definitely hasn't fit in Liverpool so much. We expected him to be the next Torres, Fernando Torres, or Luis Suarez. He literally hasn't shown even the little shade of what he can do or what he's supposed to do. So I'll literally not be surprised if Liverpool literally sell him off to any other club and bring in striker like Victor Gyökeres at Sporting City, who's had a literally phenomenal season there, winning the league, and he's had 53 goals and assists this season. He has a killer celebration move too. So I would love to see that killer celebration move at Anfield next season. So I was also echoing the same thoughts on our WhatsApp chat. Said bring in Victor Gyökeres, bring in Victor Gyökeres. He is a 24-year-old striker who has that killer instinct in front of the goal. He has more goals and assists more than Darwin Nunez in his Benfica days. That is, Victor Gyökeres has more goals and assists in his Sporting CP days than Nunez had at Benfica. So I expect some sort of transfer or transition to happen in the summer transfer window, and I hope Arne Slot brings in his poacher so that he can deliver what the fans want. Yes, Kriska.
Kashyap,
Yes,
predictions
bro.
for next season.
Next season, okay, I'm being very bold. Arsenal 1, Manchester City 2, Chelsea 3, Liverpool 4. Maybe Tottenham will be at 5, Newcastle will be at 6. Bye bye, man. Goodbye, Manchester United. You are coming nowhere
We,
near Europe.
we, we
And you
really
know what is
miss
so
class
hilarious?
artists.
No, I'll tell you one thing. What is the most hilarious thing? Like United fans were trolling Chelsea throughout the entire season that Chelsea are so bad, Chelsea are so shit. Chelsea finished above United at the end of the season. So I mean, Ten Hag can give all his excuses, saying, what is that? I don't have a back four. My defense is, I don't. All my players are injured. Garnacho was onside. You can say thousands of things, but at the end of the day, United are where they deserve to be, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, that's it, bro. I think yeah. So this season we came close. We brought it to the last day. Next season we'll try to pick them on the last day or even earlier if possible. So that's it. So Arsenal 1, City 2, Chelsea 3, Liverpool 4. Chelsea, why I'm betting on them coming third is because they have the quality and their players are young. Okay, so there is only room for improvement for them. But the only problem with Chelsea is Poch has to see their squad is now almost what 30-35 players, right? So Poch will have a tough time removing all the deadwood from that Chelsea squad.
Yeah.
He'll have a tough time removing the players who are not useful to him. So if he has 20-25
And
good
Kashyap,
players,
not interrupting you, but I'm just since you brought up the point, I think many people have forgotten that Romelu Lukaku is still a Chelsea player. Hakim Ziyech is still a Chelsea player. Malang Sarr, I don't know if you know him.
yeah, you
For
know, Malang Sarr,
Yeah,
yeah.
we remember the
Deadwood
Porto
part
guy who
is
came
very
in on
much
a free
valid.
transfer.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, what I understand from here is mostly I read a recent post or something from Fabrizio saying that Roma want to make Romelu Lukaku's move permanent. Roma want to make it permanent, and Hakim Ziyech is
Okay.
playing for some. Hakim Ziyech is playing for some Galatasaray, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Hakim
See,
Ziyech is
we
Yeah,
will be able to get rid of them, but the tricky part is recuperating some of the enormous amounts that we have shelled out, because we already have a negative balance, and the club was considering. I mean, it's a cardinal sin that they even considered it. They were considered selling Gallagher to make up the books, because Gallagher, being an academy player, whatever money we sell him for is booked as a profit. So
pure profit.
Romelu Lukaku, let's not forget that we bought him for around about 100 million. So what remains to be seen is how much of the money we will be able to recuperate. There is no question that we will sell them, but the question is how much of a loss will we take. There is no way we will make a profit on any of these players, but limiting the loss is going to be key. It's not because Bioli doesn't have the money. He is a very generous guy, although he doesn't exactly spend his money wisely. The problem is the FFP regulations, because there were rumors that Boli was trying to balance the books by selling Chelsea training ground to himself. So set up a shell company, sell this to your own company, use your own money to buy the training ground and boost your account book. So we are resorting to tactics like that, and I hope this is the last time we have to go through it.
And
And like
yeah,
you said,
bro.
coach
So
has to really accelerate away so that this spot trimming gets done soon and fast. The
but
summer
the thing,
window is going to be key.
yeah, bro. What you're saying is correct. But the thing I observed is Poch is capable of doing that. That is why Chelsea has got him in. He managed to
I
clear out
certainly
all the
hope so.
deadwood from. Yeah, he managed to clear out the deadwood from Tottenham. He made them challenge for the title 2 times, I guess. And in
And
that
UCL
team, I
final.
mean, yeah, he took them to a UCL final. So Poch is capable of that. That is why I'm saying that Chelsea will be there in the mix for the top four. Yeah, Liverpool will also be there, bro. But challenging for the title, I'm not sure. But yeah, Liverpool will definitely be in the top four. It's United whom we all can laugh at. So before we end this podcast or before we go to the next question, let's all laugh at United, please.
Okay, that's kind of rude.
Dude,
But
yeah,
then again, man, like to be honest, they have a few kick-ass talented players. I think Kobe Minu is going to be an absolute gem
Bobby
going into
Mino
the
is very good.
future. Yeah, so is Garnacho, really good. But yeah, they have way too many problems to address. It's I do not envy the job that Ten Hag has. He has to address some egos in the club. The management change is happening over there, and they're not fully integrated. I mean, the roof is leaking, so they have to fix everything from plumbing to sporting direction. So it's a huge task, but it's probably, I mean, with if Charlie and Kashyap doesn't run at me when I say this, it's probably the biggest club in England. So
yeah.
you
Yeah, it is.
give them some
There is
time.
no doubt
It's
about it.
yeah.
It is the biggest
So
club in England.
so let's not write them off yet. That's what I would say. I think on this note, we will end our today's discussion. And thank you all folks for watching. And stay tuned for more takes. The Champions League finals rolling in. The summer window is incoming, and we'll be covering all of that. Have a good evening, all of you. Bye.